At Thanksgiving, my niece took Grandma's envelope with $18,000 in cash gifts. And when Grandma noticed, my sister pointed at my son. He was near her purse. Mom cut in. Stop arguing and cover it. Family doesn't call police. I didn't fight in front of everyone. I texted one word to my lawyer, then opened Grandma's photos and found. Where's my Thanksgiving envelope? Grandma said, fingers digging through her tote like it had swallowed a rabbit. The room went quiet except for the Cowboys game burbling in the den, and the clink of a Pyrex lid someone set too hard on the counter. My sister's voice came first. Mom, calm down. It's in there. It is not. Grandma said, breath sharp. It had the green ribbon. I tied it twice. I put $18,000 in it. It's gone. My niece Ava stopped mid-TikTok dance and did the stiff smile she does when she knows a camera might be on her. Then my sister Cara pointed, not subtle, not kind, straight at my kid. He was near her purse, she said. I saw him. He was hovering. Every eye swiveled to my son Miles, 14, in the hoodie, I told him, was too warm for the oven heat. He froze with a dinner roll in his hand. The way his shoulders pulled up tight made something in my chest crack. Seriously, I said. You're pointing at a child? Mom stepped between us, palms down. Stop arguing and cover it, she said. Family doesn't call police. There it was. The rule that has kept 1,000 bad things swept under the rug in our house. I didn't fight in front of everyone. I didn't defend every good thing my kid ever did. I didn't even raise my voice. I pulled my phone out, opened a text thread labeled Mara at Y, typed a single word, proceed, and hit send. Then I walked to the breakfast nook where Grandma had set her phone earlier to show me turkey photos. Opened the Photos app with my thumbprint. She still had me listed as Danny Tech, tapped recents, and found something even I wasn't ready for. A live photo. 3:41 p.m. today. Grandma's toad on the mudroom bench. And in the tiny moving thumbnail, a hand in a mauve gel manicure slid a green ribboned envelope from under the knit shawl and tucked it inside a puffer jacket with a North Face logo. I pinched to zoom. Not Miles's hand. Not even close. Avis, I think we should all take a breath, I said, and the room leaned because I never say anything when the temperature spikes. Here's the thing. I had proof and I was done being the quiet wallet. Before I go deeper, I should back up with the passport stuff everyone on Reddit always asks for. I'm Daniel King, 39, shop manager at a collision repair place in Columbus, Ohio. I drive a 2014 Honda Accord that smells faintly like brake cleaner and coffee. I rent a modest 3-bedroom on the east side for $1,475 a month because I like having a garage. Habit-wise, I'm a 6 a.m. guy. Black coffee and a chipped OSU mug podcast while I torque lug nuts. I'm the quiet helper. Always have been. Family hierarchy for context. Cara, 36, is the golden child. She's the one who sparkles, as Mom says. Cheer captain in high school. Bridal boutique owner. Now though owner is generous, when Dad co-signed the lease and the business card printer still has a group watermark on it. Me, I'm the quiet donor/helper. Example 1. When Carrara's boutique credit card ran to $7,260 in late fees in 2021, the family text went out. Emergency. Don't tell Dad. And I Venmo'd $1,500 that night, Cash App $400 the next morning, and quietly Zelled the rest over the week because payroll hit and I could. Example 2. When she and her husband Matt were between places, they moved into Mom's and the temporary $1,200 security deposit she couldn't afford got fronted by me. I wired it from my Huntington app at 10:13 a.m. on a Tuesday between an oil change and a bumper bake. No one asked. No one wrote it down. It was family. It was what I did. Grandma, 82, lives on her own 10 minutes away. Sharp, funny, stubborn. Every Thanksgiving, she makes a blessing envelope for a grandkid. Savings, college, house fund, whatever she feels like. Weird tradition, I know, but she grew up cash poor and loves the tangible. She saves all year, lives like a monk, doesn't do stocks, hates fake money. She keeps records the old way. Paper, photos of bills in case of theft. Serial numbers scribbled on the back of recipe cards. She'll snap a pic of a stack of 20s like people snap sunsets. This year was special. She'd sold some land her brother left her and earmarked $18,000 to surprise my cousin Eli, who just had a baby. The plan, dinner, pie, then the envelope, which had a green ribbon and a note that said, "Start with a crib. Then buy something just for you." That envelope didn't make it to pie. We were set up like always, folding tables with 3 Target tablecloths taped underneath the good plates that are just heavy Corel Costco pumpkin pies, cooling by the window. The Lions were mercifully not on in our house, so football noise was Dallas. Kara had set a gift bar with little chalkboard signs that said gratitude, which is the kind of thing you do when you want photos of being generous without actually being generous. Miles was helping Grandma do her coat because she gets cold when she sits. He hovered. Yes, he's tall and gentle and better with zippers than arthritic hands. He tucked her knit shawl into the tote so it wouldn't drag. He was near the purse. The accusation landed like a turkey carcass. "Just empty his pockets," Kara said. "Let's be done with it." Miles held his hands out without me asking. Phone, house key, chapstick, crumpled Kroger receipt, $2.19 for gum. He looked at me like a dog who wants to do the right trick and can't tell which one you want. Mom fussed with the cranberries and said, "Daniel, your son needs to show respect and cooperate. We don't need a scene. Respect goes both ways." I said, but I kept my tone level. Kara added up out loud. 18,000, Eli's thing, is tonight. We don't have time for games. If it's gone, we'll cover it and move on. Daniel, you make steady money. You can settle with Mom after. That's the part that always sticks in me. The assumption that it will come from me. The quiet payroll. Here's a few more anchors, so you know I'm not making this up. 2:28 p.m. I got a push from Capital One for my family card. I'd given Kara limited access 1 year for emergencies, showing a declined attempt at gold nails and spa. $128. I locked the card right there. 3:14 p.m. Grandma's iPhone calendar alert pinged. Blessing envelope after pie. 3:41 p.m. The live photo. Mudroom bench, white IKEA unit with 4 cubbies, 1 pair of UGG minis, 1 pair of black Chelsea boots, a roll of green ribbon on the floor like a drop snake. I know exactly when I crossed from quiet helper to quiet line drawer. It was when Kara looked at my kid like he was a wallet with legs and said to Mom, "Take his backpack." Miles's jaw clenched. He swallowed. "I'm not stealing," he whispered. Mom sighed the way moms sigh when they plan to smooth the air. He's a teenager. Teenagers make dumb choices. We don't need to moralize. The problem wasn't the money. The problem was the story they were writing with his name. So I typed proceed to my lawyer. Not because I planned to slap cuffs on a niece. Because 2 weeks earlier, Grandma had added me to her checking account for help with online stuff and asked me to look into a paper that stops people from taking my money when I say no. We'd started the guardianship conversation gently. Mara had said, "If there's a theft, document everything. Don't yell. Paper beats yelling." I'm not a yeller. I'm a paper guy. Step 1 was social. Kara, move quick. Miles, honey, did you see a green envelope near Nana's bag? Her voice sugar, now, like I was the unreasonable one. Sometimes teens panic. It's a lot of pressure with family watching. Miles stared at the linoleum. I didn't touch it. "Let's check his hoodie," she said to Mom like I wasn't there. I held up a hand. No one is checking my kid without cause. Cause is $18,000. Kara said. Step 2 was coercive. Matt, my brother-in-law, did the man of the house shoulder roll and said, "Let's just be practical. Put his stuff on the table. If it's not there, we apologize and move on. If it is, we fix it. No hard feelings. Hard feelings start when you search a kid without cause." I said, "Also, it's illegal if he says no." Daniel, Mom hissed. "Stop being dramatic." Step 3 was the money hook. "If it's gone, we'll need to replace it for Eli tonight," Kara said, tapping her phone like a waiter with a bill, or the whole point is ruined. "You confront it, right? Your overtime kicked in. That text you sent Dad was December look strong." I stared at her. "You read my text to Dad." He leaves his iPad unlocked. She said, chin up. Family doesn't have secrets. Family doesn't call police either. Mom repeated as if it were scripture. I didn't flinch. I just slid my chair back, took Grandma's phone off the charger by the coffee bar, and opened photos. Grandma takes pictures of everything. Groceries to compare prices, pill bottles to ask doctors, cash stacks to remember how the bills looked. She labels albums like a librarian. Cash Gifts 2022, Cash Gifts 2023, Green Ribbon 2024. There it was. She had photographed the envelope this morning lined up with her recipe cards. She'd done a little live photo by accident, the way you do when you hold the phone too long and the yellow live box shines in the corner. I pressed and held. The still image moved. The angle shifted to the mudroom bench. The camera dipped like Grandma handed the phone to the shelf for a second while she fixed her scarf into frame. Ava's jacket, then a hand, mauve manicure, little star sticker on the right ring finger. She had those done yesterday at Gold Nails. I know because she'd asked if I'd drive her after school, and I'd said, ask your mother. The hand slid the green-tied envelope from under the shawl, tucked it into the jacket liner, and smoothed the pocket. Then the camera swung up again and froze back to still. 3 seconds. That's all a live photo gives you. Enough. I zoomed to the tiny star sticker. It flashed when the hand flexed. A little silver 5-point. Ava, I said calmly. Can you come here? She came, chin out, eyes wide in a way that begged for leniency. What's up? She said, like a question she didn't want answered. Show me your hands. She showed them. Moved gel star on the right ring finger. What? She said, smiling too fast. Everyone has stars. No, honey, Grandma said, voice thin. I only saw yours at the salon. Kara moved between us like a shield. Stop it, she snapped. You'll traumatize her over a misunderstanding. I tapped the phone and turned the volume up. You could hear it now. The crinkle of ribbon, the soft swish of jacket nylon, the little exhale kids do when they're nervous. Play it, Grandma said. I don't think Kara began. Play it, Grandma repeated louder. I did. The room heard the sound of their story cracking. Step 4 was the spin. Okay, Kara said quickly. Too quickly. So maybe Ava moved it to keep it safe. She was helping. People were in and out of the mudroom. Cousin Eli's toddler was pulling everything. Eli, who had no toddler in sight, 7-week-old, asleep in a car seat, blinked. Matt chimed in. Let's not turn this into some crime scene. She's 14. She made a mistake. My kid is 14. He got accused of a felony 5 minutes ago. I didn't say that out loud. I just looked at Miles and watched him watch me. How I handled this would teach him something that would last longer than the pie. Mom started with the compromised voice. All right, Ava. Dear, go check your jacket. If the envelope is there, we'll say you panicked. And Daniel, you'll apologize to Kara for your tone. I didn't have a tone. That's the wild part. I could feel how steady my voice stayed. Before we move, I said 2 things. Everyone waited. Even the cowboys quieted. 1, we're going to stop saying Miles's name in the same breath as missing money. You look at him. You say sorry for implying. You don't leave slime on him. 2, we're going to stop pretending I'm a bottomless ATM. Kara snorted. What does that have to do with anything? I looked down at my phone. 3:58 p.m. A new text from Mara. Mara 80 received drafting petition, plus letter to bank to restrict cosigners. Also drafting demand for return of funds, if not produced. Do you want me to include INSIN today? I typed back. Yes. Also remove Kara from any access mom/G grandma accounts. Paper not yelling. Mom's face went pale. Daniel, don't be cruel. Boundaries aren't cruelty. I said. Kara laughed without humor. You're overreacting. It's an envelope. 18,000 is more than an envelope. I said it's a baby's crib and heat and a roof. It's trust. And my kid's name is not the place to hide your mess. Ava mumbled. I was going to put it back. Kara shot her a look so sharp I felt it. Were you? I asked. Before or after your 4 o'clock p.m. Uber? Her head jerked. What? Your phone buzzed while you were dancing, I said, holding up her screen. She'd left it face up on the counter. 4:05 pickup to Easton Town Center. Bring cash for returns, I read. Your text to Megan say, we'll hit Zara. And then Apple. My uncle's card is locked, so I need cash. Kara lunged for the phone. I held it above the sink and stepped back. Don't grab, I said to her. Like I say to grown men in the shop when they forget themselves. Ask. Give me my daughter's phone, she said through teeth. Say you're sorry to my son first, I replied. Then we'll get the envelope, and then we'll decide what happens next. Silence. Then Grandma moved slow, but sure. She stood, took her tote by the strap, and said, Ava, go get my money. Ava's lip trembled, but she went. Kara followed, muttering under her breath about lawyers and overreach in family. I stayed by the sink and exhaled for the first time in 20 minutes. Miles leaned into my side like he did when he was 6 after a hard basketball game. You okay? I asked. He nodded, swallowing. I hate that they thought that. I was helping Nana. That's all. I know, I said. I saw you. He nodded again. I shiny but dry. Thanks for not yelling. Yelling is for people who don't have screenshots, I said. Ava came back, holding the envelope with 2 hands like it might bite. The green ribbon was loosened, the loops messy instead of the tight figure 8 grandma ties. The flap was tucked back in like it had been unsealed and resealed too fast. That more than anything made Grandma close her eyes. I'm sorry, Ava whispered. Kara put a hand on her shoulder like a publicist arranging a photo. She made a mistake, she announced to the room. No one's calling police. No one's making this a thing. Family handles family. Mom nodded fast. Yes. Yes. Put the envelope on the table. Eli, say thank you. We eat pie. Eli didn't move. I took the envelope gently, laid it flat, and untied the ribbon. The money inside was in stacks. Grandma bands her bills with paper strips she clips from old magazines. She writes $1,000 on each strip in pencil. 9 bundles of $2,000 each, wrapped 20s, 50s, 100s. She likes symmetry. She likes the look of it. There were 8 bundles and 1 stack of loose tenths. Ava, Grandma said quietly, did you take any bills out? Ava shook her head too fast. No, I didn't. I lifted the loose stack. It was thin. I did the math in my head the way you do when you've cashed too many registers. Short by $200, maybe $240. Count with me, I said, and we did out loud. The room had to hear it. $17,760. Matt cleared his throat. It's close enough. Grandma looked like someone had erased a line from her house. It is not close enough, she said. Kara threw up her hands. Fine, we'll transfer the difference. No, I said. She blinked. Excuse me. You'll return the exact missing cash, I said. If it's in a pocket or your car, go get it. If it's not, we'll wait. If it never shows up, I'll let Mara handle it. Who is Mara? Mom asked like I'd said a curse. My lawyer, I said. Kara started. Oh, come on. I held up the phone and pressed the live photo again, this time louder, so the crinkle echoed. The movement, the hand, the star, the tuck. The narrative had already flipped. You could feel it. That's the thing about proof. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. No matter how much someone begs. Carrara's face jutted forward. You're humiliating my daughter. You tried to strip search my son, I said, voice flat. We're not the same. Breaking point came small, not loud. It was Grandpa's old habit. He used to say, if you don't know what to say, tell the truth and sit down. I told the truth. Here's what's going to happen, I said. And I watched Miles watch me learning. Ava is going to put the envelope in Grandma's hands. Kara is going to find the missing $240, even if that means checking the floorboards of the Uber. You're going to apologize to Miles out loud. Then you're going to step back from Grandma's money. I'll formalize that in writing, and no one here is going to involve my wallet in any emergency tonight. Kara made a noise like a tea kettle. Mom tried a softer angle. Daniel, if you do something legal, it will ruin Christmas. Christmas can be ruined. I said Miles's name doesn't get to be. A minute later, because shame is a good finder, Ava came back with 2 crumpled hundreds and 2 20s from the pocket of her tote. Wrong money smell, but money is money. She added it to the stack. We counted again. $18,000 on the dot. Ava cried quiet. Finally real. She was still a kid. I saw that. I didn't want a broken thing. I wanted a boundary. I'm sorry, she said to Grandma. Then to Miles, eyes on the floor. I didn't think everybody always acts like the money shows up for us. There it was. The truth nobody says out loud. It does show up. I make it show up. I fix breaks and manage men who curse and bleed on frames. And I put money where holes are, because I don't like watching people I love drown. But I am not a resource. Kara tugged Ava toward the hall. We're leaving. Not yet, Grandma said. Voice quiet. Steel. Apologize to Miles. Kara stared at her mother like she'd grown another head. Now, Grandma said. Kara turned and looked at my son. I'm sorry, she said dead flat. You were near the purse. It was an honest mistake. Miles looked at me. I shrugged, a half smile that said, you don't need their shape of sorry to be okay. He said, I accept Ava's apology. Then he went to the sink and ran water over his hands like washing a film off. Small detail, big meaning. I slipped the envelope into a new place, inside a gallon Ziploc, inside a roasting pan, inside the oven, and I turned the oven light on. Grandma smiled at the oddity and nodded. It made her feel safe. She has always trusted appliances more than people. We ate pie. No one tasted it. You probably want to know what happened after paper beats yelling. So I did paper. 6:12 p.m. I snapped Grandma's cash count sheet. 18,000 2024 crib fund, airdropped it, and saved it under Thanksgiving incident. November 27th live photo, /count 619 in my Huntington app. 1 yank Kara's view, only access. Shut off Zelle on the joint with Grandma and set a $0 transfer limit. Screenshot. 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 6:23. Changed Grandma's garage keypad. Moved her spare keys from the mudroom bowl into a thumbprint lockbox. She cackled like it was a magic trick. 6:41. I texted Eli. Get a small fireproof safe. Century/Honeywell 0.58 cubic feet. Keys. I'll set it up Sunday. He sent a $119.99 Lowe's receipt. 7:02. Mara emailed a letter. Immediate revocation of informal access. Plain English. Kara doesn't touch Grandma's money. Not POA yet, but enough. Petition ready, if needed. I wanted locks, not a courtroom. 7:10. I deleted the family card from Carrara's Apple Pay. At 7:24, she tried gold nails and spa. Declined. I let the alert buzz. 7:31. Backsteps with Miles. Leaves and dish soap in the air. If you hadn't found that video, I'd always be the bad kid, he said. Not to me, I said. Paper beats yelling. I added proof beats accusation. He nodded. The oven safe was cool. It's very Nana. Inside, Kara and Matt were gone. Mom washed a mountain of spoons. You didn't have to make it so official, she said. I did, I said. 5 minutes before that video, you were ready to trade my kid's dignity for peace. Grandma cleared her throat. Write it down, she said. Missing then found. Truth on paper. I wrote the facts. Time, count apologies, changes, and filed it in a Nana Money folder next to her will, the $86.30 per month insurance receipt, and a safe receipt. Monday, 9:05 a.m. Kara called. You froze me out. Mom's hysterical. Ava's devastated. I'm done being a resource, I said. She was protecting Nana's money. Then why were $240 missing? Why did her Uber say bring cash for returns? Silence. Then she's a child. So is my son, I said. But you pointed at him like a thief. Boundaries aren't drama. I finished. You don't touch Nana's money or my card. You don't read my texts. If you accuse my kid, bring a screenshot. She hung up. 10:12 a.m. Mom texted. Can we just move on? I sent. We will with locks. That afternoon, I took Grandma to the bank. Patrice Sunflower Pin set up a gift fund savings that needs both our signatures. Future gifts will be cashier's checks. Grandma looked relieved. I like the ribbon, she said. We LL still use ribbon, I said. At home, I cut up the family emergency debit card. 6 pieces into different trash bags. Clean. Miles dropped his backpack. You really cut it up? I really did. Tacos, he grinned. We went $2,348 at Los Squachos. A week later at Sunday lunch, Cara tried. Maybe we overreacted if people stop making lists. Lists aren't the problem, I said. Choices are. Ava looked at Miles. I'm really sorry. I know, he said, passing the salt. The family isn't fixed. The group chat's quiet. I'm off the hook for boutique emergencies. Grandma sleeps easier. The safe's under her quilts. The code's on a recipe card and church cookies, because she's her. Cara sometimes texts regular things. How do I turn off live photo? No reply. Mechanic for Matt. I sent the shop number. Civil, not close. I told Miles we're skipping the big exchange. We bought a $39.99 pre-lit Target tree and a dumb ceramic taco ornament because the card-cutting night ended in tacos. He hung it dead center. This feels better. It does. Being the quiet helper didn't make me good. It made me available. Useful. Not the same. They wanted me to pay for peace with my kid's name, my money, my silence. I won't. I changed codes, removed access, locked the card, wrote it down. 8 tacos with my kid on a Tuesday. I'm not a resource. I'm a dad, and I have the screenshot.